In 1809, Thomas Jefferson wrote, "I have often thought that nothing would do more extensive good at small expense than the establishment of a small circulating library in every county, to consist of a few well-chosen books, to be lent to the people of the country under regulations as would secure their safe return in due time." Some 207 years later, public libraries are a staple in every community. One such library has new events going on that you don't want to miss. All the details are coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Tina Mann, your host, and joining me in the studio today are Crystal Heck, the Children's Services Librarian at Mulberry Public Library.
Hello.
Sarah French, Library Assistant for Teen Services, and Melissa Sorensen, the Library Assistant with Adult Services. I heard you guys have quite the extensive programming coming up in fall. Why don't you get us started and tell me a little bit about it?
We have a jam-packed calendar, and I mean, it's packed. We don't have room for much more, but we're going to start telling you about some of the kids programs we have going on, the teens and the adults, and we have something for every age. And I'll just start with my programs, which are, I'm in charge of the Children's Services. Mm-hmm. So we have a new program called Pages to Projects, which I'm really excited about, and it's replacing our Creative Kids Club that we had last year. And this is going to be projects based on books, like amazing books, kids' books. And we're going to do different projects, not just art projects, but we're going to do some photography.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to do all kinds of different little things. We're going to do some weaving. We're just going to do all different types of art-based stuff. So that's one.
And what would be an example of a book for that?
So the name of the one book we're going to do is called Extra Yarn, and it's about this little girl who gets this box of yarn, and she just makes all this stuff, and the yarn never runs out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it never runs out, and it's just a really cute book, and she makes stuff for everybody in the city and makes stuff for the animals, and then she starts making stuff for the buildings, and her yarn never runs out, and she's finding all this extra stuff to make with yarn. So we're going to make some really cool stuff with yarn. I'm really excited about that one. So that's one thing we're going to do for Pages to Projects. And then we also have After School Adventures coming back, and that's where we get together and we usually have a celebration, like from around the world. Like last year we did Chinese New Year and a few other things, and this year we're going to continue with that. But we're also going to put a little spin on it, and instead of just doing celebrations, we're also going to do like drawing activities and maybe some science projects also. So that's coming back. And then I also have Pause to Read, and that's our little doggies that come in, our little therapy dogs. And we have Hannah and Sunshine, and Hannah's a little dachshund, and right, is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Sunshine's a golden retriever. And they're the sweetest dogs, and kids can come in and read to them, and it helps build their confidence.
It does, and
yes.
they love doing it. Who doesn't love reading to a dog?
I
And
mean,
they sit there so patiently, and they're like,
yeah, and they're therapy dogs, and I'm telling you, there's days they come in, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here. I need some therapy, you know. Let me hug you.
Well, I encourage you to bring them in here.
Yeah, no, right.
Snuggle. So are these programs at specific dates and times?
Yes, I should have told you that. So Pages to Projects is on every other Monday, and that's at 3:30. And then After School Adventures is every other Tuesday at 3:30. And Pause to Read is the Mondays that Pages to Projects on, Pause to Read is on. So we have that. Story time, that's something we always do. That's going to be every Wednesday at 10:30, and that's for ages 3 to 5. And we also have another program for a story time, and it's called Babes to Books, or Babes and Books, and it's for 2 and under. And that's Sarah's program, so she might want to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, the Babes and Books is ages 2 and under. We read the toddler books, and we do baby bounces, and we sing songs, and we do finger puppets, and we also play with musical instruments. So it's really cool because the books that I've been picking out are ones that help with like motions, to where they can learn new things. And there's like one book that you learn how to put on pants. So I mean, it's really fun. So you get to
Something that
do,
we need to know how to do.
right. So it's like different baby bounces too that they can just play with and have fun with, and they laugh, and it's so super cute.
Oh, so what is better than dogs and laughing babies?
You're
I
right.
mean,
I know, right?
you
We
should,
got
everybody
it.
should go to the Mulberry Library.
Yeah, we got it made there.
Yeah.
So that's Sarah's, and that's on Tuesday mornings at 10:30. And that's, like I said, 2 and under. Story time is 3 through 5. And then we also have STEAM that we're offering. That's a program that me, Sarah, and Janice, she's a librarian at our library also, we do that. And that's for homeschool kids or anybody who is maybe internet school kids, anybody that's at home during school hours. It's on Fridays at 10, and we do science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And we always have a really good time with that.
I know that a lot of the curriculum county-wide is going more to that
Right.
programming because they realize, how important it is for all those programs to integrate and how they kind of teach essential things that all play into the other.
Right.
Like all of them are equally important.
Right. And I mean, we are not scientists or, anything like that. But we really enjoy the class because it's a learning experience. We come in there to have a good time and learn why we do it. So we really enjoy STEAM. And that's my programming for the year.
What about for the teens? What do you guys offer?
From the teens, I think we have more than we've ever had before. We do have a lot going on for the teens. Starting on Wednesdays in September, we are doing Wii Wednesdays, and that's for ages 10 and up, so it's actually a little younger than teens. But they get to play Wii games. So we'll just have it set up every Wednesday at 4 p.m. They can come in, we'll have like Just Dance, we'll have different other games that they can play, and it'll just be lots of fun, and they can just hang out, kind of, relax from the day at school, sitting in a desk all day. So, and then we also have our new board, which is called LTA, which is Library Teen Advisors, and that is for high school students, and it's going to be really cool. They meet once a month, and with that, they get to earn community service hours, and they get to organize activities and fundraisers, and they get to help out like within the community at all the different events that we'll be having. And then we're also starting a tutoring program. So, and we're also going to let them help our patrons on the computers. So, and the applications are available at the library, and the first meeting is on September 8th at 2:30.
That sounds
So, and then we're also having a program called Teen Time, which is just for the teens. That's ages 14 and up. So it's similar to the Wii Wednesdays, but it's just for teens where they can hang out. They play games. We got some new jumbo life-size games that they can play, and they'll get to hang out with each other, get to meet new people, and that starts September 22nd, and that is also once a month. So, and then we have some technology stuff going on too, which we're really excited about. We have TNT Tech, which is coming back. We did that last year, and that's for the tweens and the teens, and so it's middle school and up. And they get to do 3D printing, and they get to do stop motion animation, and they get to do video game programming, which is really cool. I have no idea how to do that, but Janice does, which is awesome. So, but their first meeting.
Don't forget to show them your phone.
I know, except I left it over there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, but the first meeting for that will be Tuesday, September 13th at 4 p.m. And then the last thing for the teens is it's called Mulberry Library's Makerspace. So, and that is strictly for the 3D printer and things similar to a 3D printer. So, the teens get to come in and make their own creations. So, like for example, my boss made a cell phone case. So it's really cool. They've made a couple other things. They made like a little panther out of it, and it's 3D printing is so cool,
Mulberry
right?
Panthers.
So, and that will start on September 13th, and that is also, it's from 3 to 5 every other Tuesday. So, and that's about it.
Lots going on.
awesome. I love how the library has evolved. I mean, when I grew up, the library was a place you go in and you get a book and you're very, very quiet, and
That is still something we would like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not during the times like the baby playing and,
Right,
the,
right.
and the Wii, but you guys are really doing a great job of getting people engaged and getting people into the library.
Right.
When, you know, these kids today, they're going more and more electronic, they're not reading. If it has words, they don't want to look at it, and it's crazy. I grew up reading, I mean,
Right.
just devouring books from, you know, 3 on. And my 3 kids are readers, thank goodness. I mean, they will just go through books. I mean, we go to the library every week and they get a stack of books and they're done by the end of the week, especially during the summer. But I love how you guys are just thinking of new ways to get these kids involved
Well,
and
yeah.
in
You have to evolve with, you know,
with changing times.
with it. Yes, exactly.
You guys are doing fantastic. Well, now we'll move from kid focus to adults. What do we have going on for the adults?
Okay, so last year I had a program that was just called Adult Craft Time, and I had a pretty good crowd, but I wanted to change it up and try to get a few more people in. So we changed it this year to As Seen on Pinterest.
Oh goodness.
So it's going to focus around everything Pinterest. So it's going to be it's not necessarily set in stone, but it is once a month, and it's usually going to be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. and it usually goes from 6 to 7. And we're just going to be focusing, as I said, everything on Pinterest. So we're going to be making crafts, food, all kinds of DIY stuff. I'm really excited about it because I love Pinterest. A lot of people do.
How to avoid the Pinterest fails.
I can't wait to see the
Yeah,
pictures.
I'm sure I'm going to have my own fails. I do that all the time. Anyways. And then another one that we had, because we wanted to branch out, and not just for the adults, is I created one called Family Circle, which is a craft time where they can come as a family. So, because it's hard, they can't, you know, I don't have a babysitter, or,
Yes.
you know, my husband doesn't get off this time. Well,
Right.
now the mothers, or the mothers and the fathers, or the fathers and the kids can all come and they can make a craft together. And it's not, again, it's going to be food, so they can make food and then they can eat it later, or they can make something. The first one that we're going to be doing is actually tin can wind chime, so the kids can paint that whatever color they want. The parents can. It's just a way to get them to do something as a family, because as you had said earlier, kids are off now doing whatever they want. They got their faces in a phone and a tablet. At dinner time, people don't talk. Half the time I don't think people sit around tables anymore.
they don't.
So it's just a way to get them back interacting with each other and in a fun and free environment, because all of our programs are free, which is awesome, I think. And I agree with you that when I was little, there really wasn't anything. And you went to the library, it was quiet. You got your books and you left. Occasionally there was a story time, but I have yet to see, and I'm not just trying to show favoritism for where I work, but we hear a lot that for such a small library, y'all do so many things for the community, and it's awesome to be a part of that. So on that note, the last thing, not forgetting the senior adults, is we have something that's coming up once a month on Saturdays called Coffee, Donuts, and a Movie.
Oh.
So they'll be able to come, and it's going to be at 10:30 in the morning, and they're going to be able to come, sit, drink some coffee, eat a donut, and watch some of the older movies, like the classics, you know, where we got some Aubrey Hepburn, we got some John Wayne, you can get some couple musicals in there. So just stuff where they can come and, you know, enjoy it in a quiet place for free again. And who doesn't love donuts?
Yeah.
Donuts and coffee. I mean,
And movies.
come
And the
on.
socialization.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
And free. And,
Yes,
you know,
free.
Not paying for
Definitely,
stuff.
they're
It's
not
awesome.
paying, and it, you know, it is focused just for them, so they're not going to have to worry about maybe necessarily listening to the children screaming in the movie theaters, or the teenagers who
Right.
giggle in the back, you know, and get
Or on their
nerves.
phones.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm really excited about my programming. So, and one other thing that we do have is one of the other ladies that works at our library. She actually has an adult book club that she does, and those look like they're maybe every other Monday.
Yeah, every other Monday.
Yeah, and they're at 9:30 in the morning, and anybody can just come. They usually have a display on what book they're going to be reading. If we have ours checked out, we can definitely request it and get it for them. and then they come and they show up and they talk about the book and just
She usually
have a
has,
good time.
she usually has
Yeah.
a nice little setup
Yeah,
with
she
some
does.
donuts and
Mhm.
coffee and stuff.
so they can get more donuts.
Get to
you
get,
know?
yeah.
we can all get
We'll
fatter.
give
on
you a
here.
book and get you
Free, yeah.
We'll teach you how to make some
Give
food,
you 2
we'll give you
pounds.
some donuts,
Yeah.
some coffee.
Yeah, gotta come back.
I love what you guys do for the community. I love how much Mulberry's grown. I love what you guys are doing to instill some life into the community and make it that community that it had lost for a long time. So we've given them a lot of information today. Is there some place they can go to see a calendar?
Always our website, you know, it's mulberrylibrary.com, and everything's right on there. And a lot of our programming also requires registration. Mainly, I think it's just mainly the STEAM and some of my programming requires registration, and they can just find the link on our website, and it'll take them more to where they need to be.
And that way you guys have enough supplies and everything
Yes,
else on hand.
we always need to know how many we got coming, you know. So
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming out today.
thank you. We enjoyed it.
Nestled in the heart of Mulberry, the Mulberry Public Library is dedicated to serving its community and those who call this lovely city their home. The library offers a wide variety of books, DVDs, audiobooks, CDs, programs for all ages, and a welcoming environment for all visitors. With free programs for kids, teens, and adults alike, not to mention book clubs and other reading programs, the Mulberry Public Library has something for everyone. The library is located at 905 Northeast 5th Street in Mulberry. For more information on programs and hours of operation, you can give them a call at 863-425-3246 or look them up on the web at mulberrylibrary.com.